My name is Ernesto Estigarribia, and I am the new music director of the Mankato Symphony Orchestra. I grew up in a home with an incredible diversity of musical styles. My parents both loved Latin music, rock and roll, the Beatles, Queen, but for me the weekends were so special because we always had classical music on Sunday mornings as breakfast was being prepared. That was really my first contact with the great composers of classical music like Mozart, Beethoven, Chopin, Tchaikovsky. And I was too young and immature to understand why they were so great, but I knew there was something great about them. And that's when I really understood that I will do anything to be part of that sound, to be part of that community of people playing great music. I started playing the piano, and it wasn't too long before I realized that that was a very lonely activity because you don't really get to play with other people, and I really wanted to do that. So I saw an orchestra for the first time and said, that's what I want to do. I want to play music with people. A very wise person told me, you know, you have really long arms and you're a tall person. Why don't you try the viola? We really need violists in our country. So, okay, pretty good. I didn't know what a viola was. I couldn't picture it. But I fell in love with the instrument. I fell in love with the sound. I fell in love with the role that it plays in the orchestra. And the rest is history. Playing the viola in a million chamber groups and several orchestras, including the Mankato Symphony, really allowed me to learn the orchestral repertoire from within. And that really gave me an edge to become a conductor. I love bringing people together to make music and to create something that is greater than the sum of its parts. And that's really a passion of mine. And conducting combines both of my two favorite things in the world, which are music and people. In essence, a music director is in charge of the vision and the artistic leadership of an orchestra and an orchestral organization. Year after year, is in charge of leading the selection of music to be performed and selecting guest artists, guest conductors, guest soloists, but is also in charge of shaping the artistic identity of an orchestra, shaping the sound, shaping the palette of orchestral colors that an orchestra can produce. I have all of my American experience in the Midwest. I wouldn't change it. I love the Midwest. I love the people. I love how warm and welcoming they are. And it is now my home. For me, it's a tremendous honor to be the next music director of the Mankato Symphony. The two times that I have conducted the orchestra, I felt a really tight connection with the musicians. I felt that it clicked immediately, and I don't feel that with every orchestra. And it was a very special bond that I felt. And I feel very honored, and I'm very excited to be the next music director.